All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to PreMarket Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible weekend. So welcome, guys. Welcome. Good morning over on YouTube. I see you guys are ready to go there. Joshua, Joey, Blads, Tyson, CFC. Good morning, Peter, Jorge over on YouTube, and Reza as well. Peter, my friend, I know it's been interesting and not so great weekend for you, my friend. I hope all is well. How are things going?
Good morning. Yes, I made it. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's well, at least the sun is shining, so that's something.
Yeah. So. All right, excellent, man. Let's get to right to some market posts and over on our chat room, guys. Good morning as well to you guys. I see Sunny, Oliver, John, Roberto, Dan, Oliver, Leland, Dan again. Good morning to you guys. All right, let's get to
Circle Square. You're saying hi to everybody out there. Do you see them through the magic mirror?
Yes. Yes. All right, let's get to some market pulse. See what's happening there. And top of the morning to all you guys.
Pretty quiet day in the market, actually. We only have two Fed speakers, no economic data coming out today. As you can see, those two are basically right at 1 o'clock, 12:50 and 1 p.m. with Barkins and Williams speaking. So not much. Those don't have much market impact. In fact, even internationally, I looked, there is nothing in Canada, nothing in Japan, nothing in the UK. There's really not a lot happening. So pretty quiet here for Monday, May the 6th, first Monday in May. What did happen is we did have a good weekend in Bitcoin. We'll be talking about that. Actually, it was more like a good Friday. After the market closed, Bitcoin decided to make some moves. Didn't do much for the rest of the weekend, but it was really Friday after the close. It did a little pop up, and we're seeing the stocks, sort of doing well as a result of that pop. Really at the back end of that really is when we all sort of moved up, but yeah, it's all good. Oh no, you got it. Sorry. But anyways, so yeah, it's fairly quiet, but we do have a couple of earnings that we'll talk about. There's actually a lot of earnings out there, but these are we're at the tail end now of earnings season, and these are companies we don't typically follow. We have a couple here on the food services side. I think I have an airline to talk to you about, but other than that, relatively quiet. So let's see what's moving in the markets, and we'll take some cues for what we can trade today from all that. There you go. There's our trading terminal list, and yeah, you can see what's happening this morning and a few more. Like, there's a lot of earnings this week. I said we're coming towards the end of it, but there's still some. But today is actually fairly quiet. So
yeah, fairly quiet right now. Friends, let's take a look at our gappers list this morning. As you can see, a lot on the green today with just the market being a little bit up this morning. If you look at the SPY, we're slightly up, especially last week. I had a nice little bump, which is playing nicely into today. Yeah.
And in the chat room, Lachlan is making a good point. It's always the quiet ones you got to keep your eye on. So
yeah, it could. Yeah, I agree. Point. Yeah, it's a very valid point. So yeah, but our list is definitely, our gap up list is not quiet. I mean, I do see some repetitive as far as sectors, right? Bitcoin is on here. As you mentioned, they're up. I do see Uber, our good buddy AMD. So yeah, some good names on the gap up list. Let's go through some of those. We won't be able to get through everything on here, but we'll look at the few of them, the top and see what we can pull off from there. Control A, Control X, it clears our watch list. If you're joining us recently, this is from trading terminal. Dash Trader Pro is what we use. That's the platform we use to trade. So that is what you're seeing here on the screen. PRFT. So PRFT this morning, top of the gap up list, but doesn't look all that great. It's just significant pop, up 53%. Looks like a buyout, but doesn't really have the significant volume, Peter. So maybe something else going on.
I don't remember ever seeing this company on our list before. Perficient. It feels like it's a word I should know, but it doesn't seem like a real word. I don't know. Anyways, apparently it's an IT services company. They're only on the gappers list this morning because a Swedish firm took a $3 billion private placement where they are betting big on this thing. So they decided to put a bunch of money into it. So so I guess that's good. It bumps up the stock certainly when you get that much investing capital jumping into a, well, I'll say a relatively small company. I mean, they only have a $34 million float. The market cap of this company is only rated at about 1.6 billion. So, you know, for somebody to take that big of a stake, it's big for them. Doesn't mean it's tradable.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I like the gap up, but that's about it. Everything else looks pretty bad. So I'm gonna put it to the side. If it gets better, if this pre-market actually maybe starts moving, maybe we can look at it. But right now, not great. Ben F. I don't think we ever seen this before. At least I don't remember. This is up 22%, 2.7 million shares trade. So we do have some volume here. The float on this is 104 million, so not a low float. Peter, what's the news this morning?
Is there a conspiracy or something? What's going on? So the first one was Perficient. This one is called Beneficient. Although they seem to have a totally different industry, there's absolutely no relation between the companies. This has a 1 million share float, and it's only 150 million market cap on this. This is a tiny little company that I don't even know why it's on the list, quite frankly. So it's they you know, all I see in terms of news is that they regained compliance. So they actually fell out of compliance with the NASDAQ listing rules, and they're once again tradable today. So I guess that's good for them. Does it make them a good trading stock? I'm a little surprised at the volume, 2.8 million shares. You know, that means they've traded almost 3 times their float this morning. So if somebody's going to watch this would be on the risky pile for sure. But I'm willing to bet it's going to be a dud once the market opens.
Yeah, I don't like you can't short it as well. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's go over to Lee. So again, no inventory for short there with Interactive Brokers. Lee this morning, if we take a look at that one, this is up 7%. So nice pop for them this morning. 234,000 shares trade. So not big volume in the pre-market. And I don't know. Pre-market seems like they just don't get good volume anymore, right? They'll get the gap up and it'll be something like 300,000, 200,000 like we're seeing now, but not a whole lot of volume. At the market open, you can see a little action like we saw on Friday. So on the fence, they seem to be climbing out of 23 pretty nicely. 27 gap up there, gap up to 29 and now to 30. Peter, what's your thoughts on this? And I see Neo also on the list as well in the gap up.
Yeah, so Lee did have some news. They did release their Q1 orders, and the orders specifically on their low-cost SUV, the L6, were up much more than analysts had predicted. So it doesn't mean they've produced them. It just means that the orders for them were up. So that's good. So LI is getting a little bit of a boost today. Maybe it'll bring them back. Like we were talking about this last week, Carlos, weren't we? That they just have not traded. There just have not been as much fun as they used to be to trade all of these. LI, Neo, XPEV. They used to be great traders, a lot of fun every day. That you know, we just have not seen that in a while. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know that this news is enough to really bring them back. I'm skeptical, but might be worth putting on a secondary list if you think you want to trade this sector.
Yeah, what's Rivian's ticker? I forgot. I'm just thinking about them. I know they're not Chinese, but what's their ticker?
RIVN.
RIVN. There we go. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, they're just all slightly up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna add them. Maybe as a secondary for Lee, I like the gap up. 7% is pretty nice here. They've been doing something over the last couple of days. Maybe a possible. Maybe they're climbing out of it, like you said. But I just, it's hard to put them on the main list without seeing. Well, we've seen what they've done after the market open has not been great. Here's Mara. Mara's up. Let's go into Bitcoin now. We talked about this. They're up slightly, and you can see here Mara's on deck. We have Neo. We have Riot. Coin is just not becoming a favorite anymore. I don't see them on the list here. They probably just don't have the volume. I think worth watching, right, this morning? At least Mara.
Yeah, I think because if you're gonna, if you're playing Bitcoin, Mara or Coin, those are the big two that tend to get consistent volume. As we said, Bitcoin prices got a boost Friday afternoon, so That seems to be what's putting up there. Almost 65,000, 64,555 right now. Sorry, it just dropped 64,450. Look at that, $150, just like that. I can't handle these Bitcoin prices. Anyways, I think it's worth keeping an eye on just because you never know when it's going to move. So.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye on this one. So I'm going to add Mara to my list. You can look at Rye, which also has been trading much better recently as well. So if you like Rye, that's another one you can put on the list here. Let's hope it doesn't die out. But if you look at between April 18 and it looks like it's almost the 30th, more than that, all the way till May. Great volume and better dailies than what we're getting in the past. So hopefully that continues. A little bit slow over the last 2-3 trading days, but I think it's worth adding to the list just in case we're going to get a run here. Heading back to our gap up list, one that we'll be talking about tonight for sure and tomorrow is PLTR, but this morning looks good too. We're up 4.7, 2.8. These guys have earnings after hours today, and they're playing into that. But man, this is looking pretty nice already. So hopefully some action for us this morning on this one.
Yeah, we got a couple that are seem to be moving this morning because of earnings that are coming either after the close today or later this week. So that's PLTR is definitely one of them. I think Uber, you mentioned, was on our list. There's a couple others that have earnings, coming up this week that maybe are moving in advance of that. Lucid also happens to have earnings after the close, by the way.
Yeah.
So worth keeping an eye on. So, but yeah, you never know. Last week we actually got some good movement on stocks that were moving ahead of earnings. So, maybe PLTR is going to do the same here. I mean, at this point we've got relatively little on our gap list, so can't hurt to keep an eye on it, or at least make it a potential until we either find something better or figure out if it starts to move.
Yeah. I like PLTR. I'm going to add them onto my list here. They look very good this morning. Going on to 3 million shares being traded right now at 4.4. That is a massive volume. They get great volume even on days that they're not in play, but they're looking really nice this morning. Let's do a few more. Paramount. I know I heard them on the news and possible buyout and all that going on. I think another company is buying them. They're at 4.3 this morning, 521,000 shares traded. Again, it's just a tough ticker to trade. Even with all the positive news, it's not a great one to intraday trade, Peter. So, what's your thoughts on it?
No, and they never have been. It's always been one that just sort of jumps on earnings, or like recently we've had this merger takeover news, whatever you want to call it. The news was I think it was Sony that was going to be buying them or taking them over, or whatever you want to call it. And apparently the conversations with that have sort of lapsed. So they either have to sort of strike a new deal or sort of publicly acknowledge that it's over. But yeah, it could be that this is moving, and maybe there's some rumor going on back there that I haven't heard of yet. But at this point, it looks like that deal is off. Normally, I would expect to see Paramount drop, but apparently not.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and Warren Buffett sold a big chunk too, and at a loss, right? So he's not liking this. I'm surprised we're capping at 4.1. All right, so don't like the way this thing trades. I'll leave it alone. Let's take a look here at what else we have on deck. We talked about Riot. MU is on here, and I'll go to HIMS as well. MU is on here this morning. We're up 3.4 in MU, so it's a nice pop today, Peter. Not great volume, but looking good as far as the pop goes.
Well, they mean they had an upgrade this morning, so they were upgraded which is good news on the downside. They did have an insider that sold a fair number of shares, but again, I don't worry unless an insider sells all of their stake. I don't worry about that. I always like it when they're like, oh my God, like somebody sold, shares. And then you look at it, the executive vice president of technology sold 40,000 shares, but they still hold 160,000. So, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. So, they needed some cash, decided to put some money in the bank. So that's okay. But anyways, other than that, not much going on with MU. I haven't heard new product updates or competitive market data. It's really just on the upgrade, most likely, that it's moving.
Yeah, I'm going to add it to my secondary list again. Not really much going on there. It doesn't really have the volume. We'll see if something else breaks out on it. I missed HIMS. Let's go back to HIMS here. HIMS this morning up 4.4, 376,000. I always skip this one. It doesn't look good. It doesn't trade well. So definitely, not on my favorites list.
Hims and Hers Health. Well, this was on our list before a
Yeah,
while
yeah,
back.
we didn't know what it was. We had to Google it. I remember that. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's been on our list plenty of times in the
I don't
past.
know why it's on the list. Why is this? Do they have earnings? Some point.
I don't see a big movement. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
this doesn't
sure.
look good.
Yeah, I don't like it. We'll skip on it, guys. Let's head over to our gap down list, right? So let's look at the gap down this morning. Oh, hold on, I skipped one, which probably be a good one to look at is Uber. So Uber has 1.5 million shares traded. I think they have earnings coming up. Yes, they do on Wednesday morning actually. So we'll get the action in the pre-market on that one. But I don't see anything great right now. It's got some volume somehow, Peter. Is there anything going into earnings this week that we have, or is this just like you mentioned, one of the ones that's moving with upcoming earnings this week?
Well, I mean, there is news. Massachusetts seems to be consuming the news. As there's a court case for. I mean, it's focused on Uber, but it's really for all the ride share companies. Um, you know, we've seen this in many jurisdictions, right? Do Uber drivers deserve treatment like employees, or are they independent contractors? Massachusetts just seems to be the latest state to take this on, and they're trying to make a decision, right, in terms of how do they figure this out. So that's got it in the news. I don't know when if there's supposed to be a decision. I think the Supreme Court is going to be hearing arguments this week on it as to what happens and how the workers are treated. But it's this could be news driven, right? Later this week, later today, or there could be nothing going on with it. So we'll have to wait and see. I think their earnings. Did they already have? I thought they already had earnings as a company.
No, earnings is coming up
Oh,
Wednesday
Wednesday.
morning. Yeah,
Wednesday
yeah,
morning. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So that's going to play into it as well. So yeah, it might move because I mean, there's enough going on that it could show some movement. It'd have to be put it on the list and wait and see.
yeah. I think it's one that I'll add on to my list as well. I have space right now, so I'll put it on the main list. But if anything else looks better, it will quickly fall off that
Yeah,
list.
pre-market, it's not looking great, but
No, besides the volume, which I don't see in the charts, yeah, it doesn't look great. So we'll have to wait for the market open. Let's look at the next one. It is going to be E. What is? I don't think we ever seen this ticker. Did they
Point
misspell Egypt?
Pharmaceuticals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look, it does look like Egypt, doesn't
Did
it?
they
But
misspell
I
Egypt here? What's going on? All right.
Point Pharma.
Huh.
They had a trial of a non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy. Retinopathy. I'm probably saying that totally wrong. No idea. Anyways, I guess the news wasn't good on that. The
Yeah.
top line data on their phase 2 trial was not positive, and we're seeing the stock drop 30%, well, 28%, let's say, this morning. So it was down more than that a little bit earlier. So yeah, a little bit of bad news on their trial this morning on Egypt, EYPT, or really what they're called,
Yeah.
iPoint Pharmaceuticals.
Not looking great here, and it looks like it's a horrible intraday ticker. I mean, if we go back and look at a couple of days, this would have been what, Thursday here, Friday. It just doesn't look great. Doesn't get the volume. Today you might see an increase in volume, but I don't think it's going to go too far. Has been halted already a couple of times, at least once here. Trading resumed, so maybe halted on the news. Who knows? And it is shortable, but you only got 250,000 shares traded. So I don't like what's happening there. Let's go to a ticker that made history a few years back, GME. It is down 7.1 here, 752,000 shares traded. This is like the founder of meme stocks, right? It's got to be like the founder of that whole thing. So down today, Peter. Any news? Had a big day Friday, right? 12.5 over to 1750. It's just slightly down this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was short sellers getting squeezed on Friday because I didn't really see news Friday, and I don't see any news today. So I imagine it gapping down today is just a second day play after that big move up on Friday. But it's GME is a tough one to trade. I know that Jared watches it every once in a while, keeps his eye on it in case it does something interesting. But
Yep.
yeah, the glory days of it memeing uncontrollably seem to generally be behind it. So
Yeah.
I would say watch it if you want, but it's not usually moving in a way that gets me interested because it's erratic. I like things that are pattern based, and being that this is still all sort of like retail meme, volume driven, it's not very predictable in the way that I like. So
Yeah. Yeah, I got to treat it like a low float the way it moves, right? So another one on here is Hood. So Hood on deck as well. Hood is down 3.6, 1.6 million shares traded. This almost looks news driven here. They were not on our list before this. What's driving them down today? Earnings? I don't know if they had earnings. I did not see them on the list, but I'll go check again.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't
I don't
see them
see
as
them.
an
Yeah.
earnings play. Uh, I really don't know. I don't know
Is
why
it?
they're moving.
Huh. Checking news as well. I don't see there's nothing out there.
I
So
mean, there
weird.
was some news on Friday that the Robinhood they've got, I guess, a crypto division. Robinhood Crypto might face some challenges from the SEC in terms of how they're operating. But
Okay.
other than that, yeah, I'm not sure what would get enough interest in volume. Robinhood's another one. Like, you'd think, as the broker that helps all of these memeing traders, it would trade well, but it doesn't. All the trading
Yeah.
stocks
Yeah.
don't trade well, right? Interactive
Interactive
Broker
brokers is
(IBKR),
horrible. Yeah.
yeah,
Where they
doesn't trade.
they're like
Hood,
bank they're like somewhat like financial institutions, which we know we only trade Bank of America. JP Morgan's a little bit better during earnings. Outside of that, they're brutal when it comes to intraday trading, right? So they kind of fall into that category as well, right? Yeah.
and
Uh,
people are confirming that they do have earnings later this week,
okay.
and yeah. So and then reposting the thing that I mentioned about the Robinhood crypto. So I guess that could be enough to move it, but again, it doesn't mean it's going to be nicely tradable. So watch it if you want. Not going to make my list. Like
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
watch Uber and PLTR to see what they do before I would bother spending time keeping an eye on
Yeah.
Hood.
I'm gonna add it to my secondary list because anything with the SEC can be a lot of fun to watch here, and we got to see what comes out of that. That could be a
Right.
very interesting. So I'll put it on here in the secondary. Volume is great, 1.7 down 2.7. Who knows? Maybe today they'll surprise us and trade well, but the past has shown that is not the case. Even on earnings, Hood can be very hard to predict movement. Peter, that covers our gap up and gap down list. What do you have on your end that maybe did not make this list this morning?
Well, one we skipped over on the Gap Up list is TSN, Tyson Foods, one of the largest food producer by revenue. They had earnings this morning, missed their revenue slightly, but they beat nicely on bottom line. They've been undergoing a lot of cost cutting, shuttering some processing plants out there in an effort to streamline operations, and they laid off some executives, and they've seen the results in their bottom line. So Tyson Food, not often a great trader, but it's a big food manufacturer, and they did have those earnings this morning, like I mentioned. And then the airline, Save, SAVE, had their earnings also this morning. So good old Spirit Airlines, the airline that everybody loves to make fun of, and people only fly grudgingly, apparently. But anyways, fortunately, they don't fly to Canada. I don't have to worry about it. So, but they missed their numbers and had a lowered Q2 guidance. So, not a good quarter for Spirit Airlines, and they forecasted another bad quarter coming up. So, Save is on its way down this morning. I noticed that, interestingly, all the airlines are green except for Spirit. So everything else is green. Spirit is
Ouch.
down, but 3.8% this morning. So that's it. Those are the only two earnings that I had, the only two that I found that were worth mentioning. If you're interested, go to tradingterminal.com. There's a whole bunch of earnings out there. But again, they're all sort of smaller companies that don't tend to trade a lot of volume that I wouldn't keep an eye on, again, unless they jumped up on the gappers list, which are be in the scanners once again on Trading Terminal. So there you go.
Thank you for that, Peter. Let's take it to the chat, guys. See what you guys like this morning. So I'm looking over in our members chat. Apple, yes, we will definitely look at Apple. Apple's actually got a big event, right? They're revealing their new iPad tomorrow, so that should be interesting. You usually get a small spike, nothing major. But if they mention anything on AI, I think that's the thing, right? If they do something with AI with the new iPad, that could really get things going, right? That's the key word now. If you don't have AI on whatever you're doing, you're in trouble here. So Apple will be fun to watch. Already 1.6 million shares traded. They're down slightly this morning. But yeah, that's going to be on the list for sure. Let's take a look at Tesla's, another good one. Right now up 1.2. They're trying to hold this base they created, right? 178 after a couple of great days here. There's a couple of gap ups, which is nice. Yeah, I like it here, 1.2. Yeah, we'll add Tesla to the list as well. One of our usual suspects. Hopefully can get going. AMD, someone mentioned AMD here. AMD with earnings last week. Today they're up 2%. Not really a whole lot of volume right now, so pretty quiet.
Yeah, very low volume actually.
Yeah, very low volume compared to what we've seen. Let me take a look at NVIDIA. How's those other ones doing? Yeah, even NVIDIA, 660 is slightly on the lower side. I do like their daily for a possible breakout. I think it'll be good here to look at the overall market, right? And just kind of see how that's going. Market is hot right now, man. We're up slightly. We recovered in the last two trade days, Thursday and Friday, from the big drops we had about 2 weeks ago. So that's actually playing real nice here. So take a look at the SPY, see what's happening there, and then some of these will react. Yeah.
I was just going to mention AMD. If you look at it, seems very visible on a 1 minute chart. But
okay,
if you want to see an example of what it looks like when somebody's holding a level, look at AMD. I mean, it just keeps hitting its head on this exact 153.75 price, and you can see that consistently from about 10 after 8 until about 8:36. There was about a 25-minute period where it could not break through that level, and it was very interesting. So whether that comes into play once the market opens, but yeah, you can see sort of that flat line you've got right in there at right around 8:10 to 8:25. Yeah, like just look how flat the top is right on that, right? So it's we talk about this during the day, right? We talk about levels, especially Paris, right? He watches those levels, understands where the price action is, and it's sometimes in some charts it can be very visible. You can even see it on the 5 minute, right, where you've got all these candles that just hit this 153.75. So yeah, I mean AMD, it's definitely in play. It's always in play every day, but we'll see what it does, what fun it might bring us today.
Yeah, I'm going to add AMD here to my secondary list. It has lighter volume than I would like, but we know AMD is going to pick up the volume and do its thing like it always does, right? So, but it seems like it might be an overall market movement unless there's anything that comes out on the tech side of things. All right, so there we have it. What else, friends? What else, Peter?
Apple. I like how,
yeah.
Well, we all know about your feelings on Apple, but then you seem to know what's happening with it a lot. So,
I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Apple products. I love. It's just I know they're so smart and they do some really stupid stuff, man. It's like this computer. I got a Mac one time, and all they had was this USB-Cs everywhere. And no, nothing for the camera, nothing, no HDMI. So when you go to hotels, I'm like, what are you doing? They want you to buy these dumb dongles everywhere. See this? I got like a bunch of these all over the place. It's like, come on, guys, come on.
I didn't mean to get you started on that.
You got me started. No, but I love their product.
A couple other people in the room. I know that Jay Chades and Dan F are talking about Apple. And Jay, you're right that Buffett did sell a piece of the Berkshire Hathaway's investment in Apple, but I still think Apple's like one of Berkshire Hathaway's largest investments. So, the fact that they've trimmed that size, I mean, it could just be part of portfolio management. I mean, I haven't heard he's not exited the stock, just got out of some. I still think that I don't know where it is. When I last heard, it was like somewhere over 140 billion in stock that Berkshire Hathaway owned. So I would have heard if they sold all of that, but the fact that they got out some is probably not that significant.
Yeah, it really isn't. Apple looks great, man. I like the volume here, looking really, really nice this morning. Tomorrow's gonna be fun, and it's gonna happen during market hours. Leonardo over in our YouTube chat was just mentioning it starts at 10 a.m. I didn't know what time it was, so 10 a.m. market time. So maybe Apple will do something that will get the stock going here.
Well,
yeah,
it's got good volume so far this morning, so it might be worth keeping an eye on for sure. Apple usually moves anyway, so why not?
Yeah. What else, friends? XBP. I don't think, is this an ETF or something? It is. Looks like Europe Holdings. Oh, it's not an ETF. What is this? Is this some? Yeah, but it's not on the American Stock Exchange. It's a Nasdaq. So usually
it's
ETFs.
A software company.
Okay.
XBP Europe Holdings. Yeah, it's a little confusing as to what they actually are. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because usually all my X stuff like XLP, XOF, XLB, these are all ETFs that I have here, like XLP here, XOF. So it's very confusing starting with that. But usually all of these are sitting on the American Stock Exchange, right? A lot of the ETFs sit there. So I'm not sure what these guys are, but I'll tell you this: they're hot today right now. They're moving. They are up 106% this morning. Risky pile.
They're actually an IT services company. Last week, they were awarded a transformation project for His Majesty's Passport Office in the UK. So,
I'm gonna add it to my risky pile. We don't know what was involved here, but obviously they're moving up with 20 million shares traded, up 106%. Just be very careful. What's the float on this, Peter? Do we have that? I don't have it handy up here.
XPB, hold on. It's pretty low at only 8 million shares.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty low. Definitely on a risky pile, guys. Be very, very careful. So ask in chat here, you guys.
Look at that volume this morning.
Volume is insane, man. 20 million. I can't remember when's the last time we saw that type of volume on a pre-market stock. I know it's under $5, so a lower price stock, so it's easy to get the volume going quickly. But that's heavy. That's heavy volume. Over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. We love to get to our goal. Our goal every morning is just 200 likes, right? So that's not hard to do. We can do that by just tripping over the button there. It's pretty easy to do. So thank you guys. We appreciate your support there. I asked in chat, are you guys an Apple fan? And some of you guys are not. Samsung, I think, is better. I grew up on Microsoft. Melanie's giving it Apple thumbs down. Biblical evil, most definitely. So again, I'm a fan, but again, it's just they do some really questionable things. All right, so anything else? Any other stuff? Any other stock that we like to look at here over on our YouTube chat? Hood we looked at. That's good. XBP we looked at. Okay, excellent. I think we're right on track then. Let's head over to our community events that are coming up for the next 2 weeks, guys. You can always check those by heading over to bearbootraders.com. So we'll get right over here, bearbootraders.com. And once you do that, at the top, you're going to see webinars right here. I'll point that for you. Webinars. Click on this, and you'll be able to see what's coming up for the next 2 weeks, starting with our onboarding class tonight.
There you go. And as Carlos said, that's exactly where it starts every week. This week is no exception. We have our onboarding class that goes at 8 o'clock. It's great for anybody who's just joined the room recently or wants a refresher on all that you can get out of your membership with us here at Bear Bull Traders. So hopefully you join Carlos for that in the onboarding room, 8 o'clock tonight. Whether you do or don't, hopefully you'll then look forward to the rest of the week at the different webinars that we have. So Tuesday, we have our strategy and trade book series. This Tuesday, we have Jason Chapman with us talking about the earnings engine, how to unveil. He was going to talk options. As we mentioned, options and futures, we're getting a lot more interest in it. So we're going to focus on them for the next couple weeks. Options are this week. Next week, Thor is going to talk about futures trading, and he's been using futures fairly heavily over the last few months. if not last year or so. So he'll talk about that on Tuesday, May the 14th. So those are coming up in the next 2 Tuesdays, both at 8 o'clock. Wednesday is psychology. This coming Wednesday, we have Mike, who's going to be talking how to think in probabilities. He'll be talking about how you can get satisfaction in all of your trades, whether they're a win or a loss. It's important to understand how you can manage your emotions through that trading cycle. He'll talk about that in depth at 8 o'clock on this Wednesday, May the 8th. And then next week, Jared Tendler's back with us for I think the final edition in his series on how to manage your emotions in trading, and he's going to talk about mapping your patterns in the second part of that workshop. So that will be May the 15th at, once again, 8 o'clock. Thursdays, we now have four, count them, 4 different sessions on mentorship that you can join, starting with John at 11 a.m., moving then to Jared and Megan, who do an options session at 2 p.m. Lenny has his new session at 4 o'clock, right at the market close, and then Thor closes out the day, as he always does, with his mentorship session at 8 p.m. So as you can see, all day we've got sessions going on that will help you with your trading game. So put those in your calendar, and you can attend one or all of those sessions as you see fit. Hopefully you will join us for all of those workshops throughout the course of this and next week. And what you don't have to wait for is tradingterminal.com. It's available 24/7. It's there for you whenever you want it. It's got news. It's got information. As you can see, it's got all sorts of useful material in there. We use it for the calendar, the earnings calendar, as well as, of course, the economic calendar, which, as we said, by the way, not much happening today, just a couple of Fed speakers. But check it out, and you can find the information, including free scanners, right? They're free. You can use them. They're live to see what's moving in the market. We've got an academy. We've got a live simulator that you could use if you don't have a trading platform yet, or you want to just test something out. You know, we were using it the other day just to play with the stock when we didn't want to trade live. So use the simulator, and you can use it anytime that the markets are open. Hopefully, you'll want to join us in the chat room if you're interested in joining a live chat room where we talk stocks all day, have moderators that not only share their insight on the market, but their thoughts on stocks and what's moving. We are not a call-out service, right? You wouldn't join the chat room if you're looking to be told what to trade, but we do actively watch the market, and we tell you what we perceive and what may make a good opportunity so you can make your own decisions. If you're interested in that, then check out Bear Bull Traders, and we got a number of membership options for you, from the intro offer through to the basic and elite monthly packages to the elite annual. We're excited today. It's Monday, May the 6th, and that means that our Peak Capital Bootcamp starts today. Yet another boot camp where we've got a full roster of people and a full event cycle over the next 3 months, as we have a new group of traders that are going to take this intensive course and really dig deep on trying to accelerate their trading journey. So it should be a lot of fun. We get kicked off this evening with that group. So if you're in the P Capital Bootcamp, it all starts at 7 o'clock tonight. Hopefully you'll join us for the orientation session, and then it gets busy from there. So get ready. Bootcamp is an intensive program. Carlos and I know all about it, obviously, being two of the moderators that help guide people through this process. So we're looking forward to getting that started this evening. With that, we got some levels to set and a market to get ready for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to Pete Capital meeting the new team coming in. That's always exciting, man. Cannot wait. All right, friends, let's get to it. Let's get some levels in place here. XBP continues to create a new high here, so that thing is rocking. But our list right now: Mara, PLTR, Uber, Apple, and Tesla. So we'll do some levels for the ones I have here. I think we have a great list this morning, and we'll see what else comes up on our scanners over at tradingterminal.com. This show is brought to you by those scanners, so definitely make sure you visit that website. All right, friends, over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it to get to our 200 goal. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're new to the channel, we do this every morning when the market is open. And today we're also going live with Andrew and Brian. So right after this, after we're done here in about 10 minutes or so, Andrew and Brian are going to come on, walk you through the little pre-market session they prepare for, and then right on there straight to live trading. So definitely don't miss that. as we get this week started. All right, Mara, let's take a look here, guys. So Mara this morning, we are up 5.1, 1.3 million shares traded. I like the volume here. We mentioned earlier Bitcoin, as Peter was mentioning, is up slightly, right? Giving some back from the pre-market highs today. But the last couple of days doing some stuff. So hopefully that can translate to some good trading out of Mara. You also have Riot and Coin if you like that one as well. Coin seems to get a very widespread lately, so I've been avoiding it. Let's take a look here. 1906 is the high of the pre-market on Mara. The low is pretty much right where the high from Friday was. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. It's right on there. We don't have to worry about that. Between the highs and lows of the pre-market, between 19 and here, we do have a slight level of, it's kind of medium, minor support resistance around 1872. So I'm going to mark that there. You can see a little flirting going on in the pre-market in that area. Not much, but I think it's worth having it there just in case we do play around with that at the market open. 1983 is the high of the pre-market. If you see that there, I'm sorry, it's the next level above the high of the pre-market. Look how great the resistance, more resistance here, a little bit of support, and then more resistance again. That is a major level you want to have. If we do get going, that is what I'm going to be aiming for as my profit target there. Towards the bottom, highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Previous day close, you're set there when it comes to Mara. POTR, man, POTR, it's rocking today. It's rocking today. I know I love and hate with POTR, but I think today is going to be a good day for us. So let's hope that we can treat each other nice here. 24.48 is the high of the pre-market. Towards the bottom, highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Low of the pre-market is marked by the high from Friday. So high from Friday is here. That's that level right on there. So you're pretty much set. Don't have to do anything. In between there, between the highs and lows, if you look at this range, we're just kind of stuck between the high of the pre-market, where you see resistance now 24.44. Previous day close, right? You see that right on there as well. Look at just the back and forth ping pong action we had here throughout the February, March, and some of April. So there is a level right on there we should mark down. It's going to be 24, right? You know, the whole dollar. No coincidence. So we'll slam a level there as well. Towards the top, we have 25.42. We'll slam one there too. Look at that beautiful area of resistance. Look how much change of directions you have on there. When you have a level like that where you're changing directions constantly, that is a strong level. So 25.42, you want to have that on there. And just in case we get really rocking, I mean, we're going into 26.85, almost 27. We'll see tonight earnings. So that could be a lot of fun as far as how the stock is going to trade. They just get good volume. Their volume is always high, especially today. Here's Uber. So Uber right now, we're slightly up. We're up 2.8. Earnings is coming up for them, I believe, Wednesday. You can always check that over on tradingterminal.com if you head over there and you click on calendar. Click on calendar, brings you here, and you can see what's coming up. We do have a button here, top earnings. So you click on this, and you just kind of get the big names. Uber's one of them right here, Wednesday at the market open. So we'll have fun with this in the pre-market. And we got Rivian, we got Disney tomorrow. Oh, Disney will be nice. They trade very well at the market open. So we'll take a look at that as well. All right, excellent. Coming back over here on Uber, high of the pre-market 71.24. Low of the pre-market 69.41, which already just slightly above the previous day close. So nothing to worry about there. Focus on the top side. If we look at some levels, 72.84, and they're right on here. It's just an area. The 74.47 could be good as well. So you see that right on there. It looks pretty nice. Towards the bottom, highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. So there's Uber for you guys. Again, it's a hit or miss with this one. They're up today. They got some volume. Let's see if it's going to go anywhere. Here's Apple ahead of their iPad release tomorrow. What's coming out? Plus, they have the title AI on it, right? Leonardo mentioned over on YouTube where's his comment. He did mention on here they're doing some AI stuff as well. So that's the bigger thing. Nobody cares about the iPad no more. We all have one. Mine's going to work probably for like the next 10 years because their stuff never dies. I have an iPad from like 8 years ago. Still turns on, still works. Their stuff lasts forever. It's what are they doing with AI that's important. So let's see what they mentioned there. Here, high of the pre-market on Apple is going to be 183, 182.99. So we'll slam one there. Towards the bottom, the low is 180.30. And if you look at this big old gap up we had last week, towards the bottom, we have 178. And then right on here, 176.13. So good levels towards the bottom in case we start losing some ground. into the market open. Above that, we have a nice level here, which is the previous day close sitting at a 183.38. Above that, slight level at 185.09. And once you do that, you're into the highs of the big gap up we had on this was Thursday morning, right? It's just they crushed it on their earnings there. They just got a lot of cash on hand. The biggest buyback, if you guys remember, in market history was announced on last week. So that's obviously showing that they're in good standing as far as financials. Here is Tesla, our good buddy right now. 1 million shares traded, which is, again, for Tesla's not a lot of volume. Is decent, but not huge. We do have 183.89 high of the pre-market. The low is hanging out at 181.69. Once you do that, you're just surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. It's just kind of stuck in this range lately. Not much going on there. If we were to break out of this, we do have an area of 188.36, obviously all the way up to 198.85. We're going to need a lot of horsepower to get that going. Well, no, not horsepower. This would be, does Tesla calculate horsepower or like watts? Like, what do they calculate? You know what? That's a good question. Peter, you won't know about this. What do they?
Usually,
what?
I mean, I guess by default it's kilowatts, right? So
okay,
kilowatt hours, kilowatts. Anyways, but I mean, they translate it into horsepower because that's what people know, right?
So there is a conversion. Okay, that is banana
there
power.
Is a conversion where you can convert that electrical power into mechanical power.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Pig wrestler saying banana power. That would be Back to the Future, right? Got the banana peels, put them in there. That is awesome. All right, friends. Horses are green. There we have it. That is our list. Looking good. Mara, PLTR, Uber, Apple, and Tesla. Let's take a look at what our moderators are looking at this morning. We'd love to see what's happening there. And then after that, we'll have Brian and Andrew trading live this morning. Friends, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. We're sitting at 172 likes, so just 30 away from our goal. Our goal is 200. So if you can help us get there, that would be amazing. And we're at 98,400 as far as subscribers, just 1,600 away from that good old 100K.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
You're mentioning Apple earlier. I mean, Apple's on my watch list for today, as it is going to be a lot of people's, I think. And Jay, I know you keep mentioning Buffett, and there's no question, because I think Berkshire Hathaway had a meeting over the weekend, and that's why it's up, because we have to keep in mind that there's a mixed message here, right? Because Buffett was putting a lot of praise onto Apple, but at the same time mentioned that they cut their holdings. Let's put this in perspective. Berkshire Hathaway had held about $174 billion worth of Apple. They cut that size to $135 billion, which means they used to own 950 million shares. Now they own about 740 million shares. So we're like, again, perspective, right? Like, this is certainly not Buffett saying, I don't want anything to do with Apple. Says Apple's a great company. It's a great place to have money. They own 750 million shares of this company. So
wow.
I personally am not seeing it as, something to panic on or think that, Apple's going to go down. But make your own decision, I guess, based on those numbers. So.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Friends, I think we are all set. Let's go to our moderators list, see what's happening there. I see everybody's ready to go, and then we'll head over to transition to Brian and Andrew taking you through the market open. So here it is. Here's the moderators list. Let's start with, looks like Jared. Jared's sound bites are available in the room, so you could take a listen to those. And over here, his watch list, PLTR, GameStop, AMD, secondary list for Monday trade ideas. Oh, he's looking at the scanners for a secondary list. Jared's also adding Baba. Yes, guys, we forgot to look at Baba. It's on a tear, man. Last week had a couple of really great days. I had a great trade on it last week as well. I'm going to add that to my list over here. So just putting Baba to the list. I forgot to look at that one. Thank you, Jared. Hey, guys, power of the community, right? I didn't think about something. Jared mentioned it. Don't do this alone. Join the community for sure. Thor is watching Apple, SPY, Qs, futures. Andrew is going to be looking at PLTR, GameStop, AMD, Tesla, NVIDIA, and Apple. So big list, but all of these are good today, man. They all have some really good possible moves there. Peter, no SPACs and IPOs for today. Peter, your list, AMD, Tesla, Apple. Secondary list, PLTR, Uber, and trading terminal scanners, guys. You can always get trade scanners information over at tradingterminals.com. Hit the scanners list, and you can see what's happening there. Over here, Pierre is looking at Apple, Mara, PLTR as well, NVIDIA, and Uber. And Andrew's also adding Uber to his list. Susan, aka Trading Mom, looking at NVIDIA, AMD, and still deciding on a few more. Here's Brian, the man of the hour, Apple, NVIDIA, AMD, and MU. And Phil, PLTR, Apple. Welcome, Phil. New moderator to the community there. So thank you for having your list ready today. I appreciate it. PLTR, Apple, Uber, NVIDIA, AMD, and then Paris, Apple, PLTR, Tesla, GameStop, and NVIDIA. Excellent. We got a great morning, man, to start this week. I really like what I'm seeing here. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Peter, anything else that we might have mentioned before we hop off here?
I'll just agree with you on the morning. I actually like these quieter mornings because it tends to give good moves on the stuff that I watch every day. So looking forward to it. Should be a great day. Stay tuned for the live trading. Like Carlos said, trade smart, and you should find some good opportunities. So we'll get Carlos is going to do the switch over right now as he gets the screens ready to go live trading with Brian and Andrew. And like we were saying, we appreciate the likes out there on YouTube. If you're out there, give us a good old thumbs up. It really helps the channel and the growth. And by the way, don't forget to put your questions in there. If you've got questions or feedback or comments, we love to see the chat. We love to see everybody active and engaged. And we do our best to answer all those questions. You can always email us too if you ever need to reach us. We're always out here. We love to answer your questions. Peter at bearbulltraders.com or Carlos or Andrew even. We're all here. But Sean, you're asking about mankind.
Yeah, we could look at it. I'm waiting for Andrew to turn on his screen. Once he does that, we'll switch over. We could look at mankind. We got a couple of minutes here. MNKD. Is this the bar? That's the candy bar, right? I think it is.
Maybe not in this case. This is a biotech company.
Oh, okay.
And they got fast track approval from the FDA on a lung disease treatment. So I mean, yeah, that's good news for them. What is this? This is it's not a low float. 264 million shares in the float, a little over $1 billion market cap. Let's see, what does it look like so far this morning? Not great trading activity. Only 10,000 shares. So yeah, good news for the company. No reaction from the market so far. So if it's one that you like, Sean, then by all means follow it. Right now, it just doesn't look tradable. Right? I need to see volume. We need to understand that there's enough trading volume that you wouldn't get stuck in a position, and I'm absolutely not seeing that at this point. So could happen, but I need to see that volume pick up.
All right, friends. Andrew's ready to go. I got his screens all set up. Guys, over on YouTube, you can join us for free. bearbulltraders.com/YouTube to continue here in the chat as well. We're going to stay live here. Andrew's coming up next. Have a great trading day. I'm going to be in the chat room, so if you have any questions over on YouTube, you can definitely just throw it in there, and I'll be answering some of those. So take care, friends. Brian and Andrew now.
Good morning. All right. Good morning, everybody. What an entrance by Brian. Brian just organized the entrance for himself.
Yeah, it's fading into black.
Good. So, all right. So we are going to kill it today. AMD is popping up. Tesla is popping up. PLTR. What is? I missed this one. Game stuff. GME was the earning, or again the apes are doing something.
GME, I don't know. It just seems like the meme stocks are back. I don't know if there's something going on specifically with it.
All right, so GME is interesting. Let's see what we're trading it. Uber. What about Uber? Uber was the earning, or just gapping up for fun?
I think Uber has earnings this week, maybe Wednesday.
We're back, baby. Spies popping up. 513 seems like they won all-time high again, huh? Yeah, in terms of positions, I still have some TNA. I have 6,000 shares of TNA on the smaller accounts. I have SPY, which is VOO. which is I'm up $600,000 on it, and then I have to put some TLT, which is at doing pretty good. So these are my positions in the long term. For day trading, we're going to look at try to see, can you get 0.5% a day on the account. We start Peak Capital today, guys. This is going to be one of our best boot camps because we added also options trading, which is, again, cost us money to add the options data on that. But because now options and scalping, it's so popular in our trading, we also added options trading. So we start today. I think the first session is at 7 p.m. So see you there, guys. And for those of you who are in the bootcamp. And again, bootcamp is very, very important, very helpful if you put effort in there. It's what you put in there, you get back from the classes, private mentorships, group mentorships, and captains and team captains. It's like signing up for a gym membership, really depending on how much time and effort you put in there. Yeah, Gonzalo, welcome, buddy. I know you are in there. All right, so this is the situation here in terms of trading. AMD, I like AMD is gapping up 2%. So AMD is one of the things that I really like. If it comes above the weave-up, could be a good opening range breakup.
MU is looking pretty strong.
What's the news on MU? Is that
I don't know.
Yeah, MU wants to go back all-time high.
Yeah. Oh, they got an upgrade? Okay, that would be on the trading terminal too. Warren Buffett had his big thing on the weekend.
Yeah, there was a lot of news about it. I have to go and watch that.
Yeah, I think that Peter was mentioning he had cut his position on Apple a bit, but still holds a huge amount.
PLTR is also interesting. The daily chart looks really good on it. But the problem with PLTR is, guys, remember that PLTR tend to trade in a much smaller ATR. So, you can't go long at 24.30, expect to break up to 25 quickly. This is just a little bit of a more choppy, trades much with a higher volume, but in much a smaller range. YouTube guys, we have 440 people on YouTube. Nice, guys. Thanks for staying. Let's see if we can do some live trading.
DKNG got an upgrade too.
Apparently. Yeah, Uber definitely is very, very extended. So look at the revap is one weighted average price is right now at 70.60, is now trading at 71.10. Definitely is extended, and that's what causes issues. Like on Friday, I jumped into Apple way too early, and it caused me some issues. So you need definitely to wait for the pullback. NVDA is also interesting, coming up above the revap. See what the market doing at the open. We have 2 minutes at the open.
Oh, MU stopped going up.
Mushroom topic, yeah, mushroom topic is on. I'm already did my microdosing, which is pretty good. I'm gonna write a book about mushrooms.
NVIDIA is popping a bit. AMD is selling off a bit. AMD's got a big, some fairly big bids under 152. Tesla's got a big, there's a big ask on Tesla at 185.
Let's get it. The Tesla is running away too much right at the open, but it's pretty strong. Yeah, daily chart wants to go to 185, break at 185. Yeah.
Yeah, 185, close to, well, it's above Friday's high. Damn. MU, I was interested in MU, but it's run up a lot. Let's see if it pulls back a bit at the open. Qs are popping up a little bit. Yeah, I've got that MIDU, the mid cap one, in swing trade. Going up.
All right, 30 seconds to open, guys. I definitely want to wait for 1 minute to see what we're getting at. SPY is already reaping. It looks like the daily pattern looks like it really want to go back to all-time high.
Yeah. Certainly with a day on Friday was a really bullish day. We clearly broke out of that bit of a downtrend we were in. So here we go. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, yeah, let's do it. Let's see where the volume is. PLTR has a really nice volume. It's really crazy right now, but let's see if PLTR give us something. In these last week for now. Let's see what PLTR is doing. PLTR potential opening range break up, but we're gonna see if we get a good entry near the VWAP.
It took a bit of a long and on MU at 119.20. See if it holds here. It's a little bit jerky. I don't really like the way it's trading.
What was the news on PLTR? Is that earning or does anyone know that?
I don't know.
PLTR could be a long now, but it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like a long, but I don't know. No, not yet. NVDA is a long now, and NVDA popped up, but again, let me wait a little more.
Everything's kind of jerky.
I'm gonna get a long on Tesla, 184.50. Tesla seems interesting. Shit, I got a bad entry. Let's see. I'm gonna get a long on Tesla, 184.50. Oh, there you go. Oh, Papa. Let's see if we can get to what 185 that Brian promised us. A promised land of 185. A profit promised us 185. Let's see if you can get it. I'm long Tesla, guys.
Yeah, I guess I'll long some Tesla too, but I'm
a little bit more. My size is a little bit more than I should have. So
yeah.
I'm getting out on it. I get a huge size on it. I should not have that much of a size. So getting out of it.
And Uber's popping.
Nice. Nice. Selling now. That was a really nice trade on Tesla. I'm out on it mostly.
Yeah. I'm out AMU. I don't like the way it's
trading. NVDA is popping up too. Wow. NVDA is also nice.
It's ripping.
I'm getting out of Tesla completely. It's my break-even point. That was a really, really nice thing. What's IWM doing? Thinking of setting my TNAs.
Yeah, I'm just selling off now.
All right, so I'm all out of Tesla, guys. That was a quick, really nice scalp. I took a really big size, but that turned out to be super nice. Q's rejected the high of the day. What's PLTR doing? Yeah, PLTR is tricky to trade. NVDA is holding still. I'm all out of Tesla, guys.
Yeah, AMD really sold off.
AMD is sold off. Let's see what's going to happen. That was a cowboy trade on Tesla. What's Apple doing? Apple's strong.
Uber's going.
NVIDIA wants to go back up again. Seems like it. What's Uber doing? Yeah, NVIDIA wants to go back up. Should have put it back in NVIDIA. What's GME? GME also ripped up. Yeah, NVIDIA wants to break the high of the day again. Super strong. Nice. NVIDIA to 900 today, I think. Wow.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I had a pretty good day on Tesla. I took a big size on it, but I had a pretty good day. I should have got 900. Did anyone took NVDA in chat room? Nice on there. Yeah, very nice, guys. Yeah, yeah, it's going to go to 900. This TNA position that I have kind of distracted me. I was going to sell it, and right, and AMD is coming back up. AMD possibly. I'm going to get a long on AMD. 152.65. I'm going to get it and see. Let's see if AMD wants to go higher. I'll put a stop loss below 152.13. It's the NVIDIA. Let's see. AMD wants to go back higher.
I'm long some NVIDIA calls.
Yeah, SPY and Qs came back up very nicely.
Come on, NVIDIA, don't do that.
Right, AMD is coming back up, guys. Nice. Let's see if we can go through 153. We can go for the break of high of the day, then becomes a 5-minute engulfing. Qs are ripping higher, break of high of the day. AMD is going to go through 153. The high of the day is at 153.26. It's going to, now 5 minutes becomes some sort of an engulfing. Still, is kind of 5 minutes is kind of bearish, but it was gapping up in the morning. So, and the Qs are strong. So let's see if AMD can hold it. NVIDIA, AMD might be a good long and the pullback, depending where we are doing. I'm still long AMD. I might actually add, if we break a high of the day, I might actually add on it. Let's see.
Just sold some of my calls on NVIDIA. 29.15. They're 905s expiring.
Yeah, SPY is still super strong. I like that. I'm going to add a little bit on AMD here, 153.16. Let's see for the break of high of the day. Now 5 minute becomes like an engulfing. Oh, beautiful. Nice. Like I have a big position on AMD now. Let's see if you can get to 153.50. SPY is strong.
All right, just sold some more calls at 30.05.
Yeah, NVIDIA was a really nice pullback at 898.
Wow, here we go, baby.
Wow, SPY broke the high of the day. Qs are super strong.
Sold some more, 30.40. Uber's popping back up.
NVIDIA was amazing. NVIDIA was a trade of the day. I ended up jumping. So NVIDIA, guys, this area, let me actually bring my Epic pen. That area on NVIDIA was super nice.
Yeah, it's definitely was going through 900.
So this area was a really nice area to add for getting there. That was very nice. AMD is pulling back, so I might actually get out of it. Let's see what AMD is giving us. It's struggling.
Yeah, Tesla's still moving up here.
Yeah. All right, let's see what AMD doing. I have a big position on AMD. I got to be careful. If it goes past my break-even point, it's going to be a big drop. Let's see if he can go one more time. Market is super strong, so SPY and Qs are reaping. So I hope that AMD continues. NVIDIA is going to go to R4 at 905. I hope that AMD is going to move forward.
I'm selling some more calls, 31.05.
Wow, look at the market, man.
Yeah, just ripping. Interest rate cuts are coming.
Let's See, AMD is popping. I'm starting partialing AMD, guys, because I have a very big size on it. I don't want to really pass it through below my point. Should have got a better stock. NVIDIA was the trade of the day.
NVIDIA was great. Tesla's been pretty good too. It only did a little bit of a pullback.
Tesla was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll bet you Paris traded
Tesla. I love you, Tesla.
He loves Tesla.
Jared, are you long Tesla? I'm getting out of Tesla, guys. I'm getting out of Tesla. It's back to my break-even point, and I took a big size. I still made money on it, but I'm getting out of it. AMD completely. I'm all out of AMD. I got a pretty good day, big 2 positions, and a really good scalp. I was hoping to get a better breakout on AMD, but the breakout really happened on NVDA. So this is my position, guys. You can see my screen. So I saw TNA and VO, and the AMD and Tesla was a really good scalp. So these 2 trades, holding on it. Ayman, these trades that Ayman does, I don't know how to get this guy getting these trades. What is PLTR doing? PLTR is trying
nothing. It's doing nothing. It's really ugly.
Very nice. That's great, guys. Great trading so far.
Remind me not to ever trade MU. What a piece of crap.
IWM is going back up. Absolutely amazing. Let's see if IWM going up. Tesla still super strong. Tesla should have stayed in Tesla. Breakup 187. Carvana, Tesla is going to go for another break. AMD is going to go up too, I think, but it's just the pattern is not as clean as NVDA. Like, look at the NVDA pattern, beautiful 5-minute pain range breakup. Tesla, beautiful 5-minute pain range breakup. AMD is struggling.
Yeah, I don't think AMD is tradable right now. Or might be. I don't know. Might break out here.
See what? Tricky now. Now it's going to go up.
There are some big asks here. 153, 40, 60, 80. And then 154. It's right at high of day again.
PLTR broke out now, finally. Yeah, PLTR is tricky to trade, guys. We've traded PLTR in the past before. There's a lot of algos trading it. So, 5-10 cents, you got a partial. So it's very tricky. AMD finally broke, huh? Yeah, bastard.
Mm-hmm.
AMD is going to go to 154, I think, with this breakout. I think most likely it's going to go to 154. I'm not in there. Again, I took a very big size on it, and I just couldn't handle the position, but it did eventually break out. Did anyone on the YouTube took it? Or anyone from chat room? AMD is still in there? Nice, Luis. Nice, Luis Paul. Yeah, great. Yeah, they turned out to be very, very nice. NVIDIA was the best. You took the options on it. Yes.
Yeah, I traded the 905s end of week.
Nice, Phil. Yeah, welcome, Phil. By the way, Phil is also an option day trader, guys. Joining us recently. He's also a really, really good trader. So Phil did a really nice presentation for us on options trading, and now he joined us, and he's going to develop some courses and material and mentorship for traders on options day trading. So welcome, Phil. I am doing nothing for now. Looking at, should I sell my TNA? I have 6,000 shares of TNA. I'm up 20 $12,000. Should I sell it or should I hold it?
Through a TNA?
Yeah.
I think the market looks like it's going to break out, go back to all-time high.
There you go. So we'll keep it then. I'll listen to Brian.
Or at least you could, you could partial, right? That's always never hurts to take some profit. But
yeah, it never hurts. Yeah.
Apple selling off.
Apple PLTR broke out, huh? SPY 515, we're back reach again. Yep. Tesla is doing a consolidation on ABCD pattern. It's a little bit extended. Otherwise, I would have taken, if this consolidation was a little bit lower, I would have taken it long, but it's kind of extended right now. Potential 920 on Tesla. Tesla in half an hour comes back below the VWAP or around VWAP for 920. I might actually take it for 920. NVDA is still super strong. AMD did make the move. I just
going to 154. There we go.
I knew that.
Just got a scalp on that.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, AMD might go to 155 today. Oh, man, look at this market.
Yeah, there's still some big asks.
Serious FOMO going on right now. Serious FOMO.
I'm still holding 2 contracts with NVIDIA.
Did you start a scalping contract?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice, guys. Nice. Jared took AMD nicely. I should have listened to Jared.
AMD. All right. Well, we're getting Tesla's still going. 180, 188 maybe, could be 187 for sure.
Tesla, oh yeah, beautiful. Oh, Tesla is super strong. Damn it. Tesla's amazing. So Eugene, Jared means that, for example, when the stock is gapping up or gapping down, the price action tend to move toward that gap fill. So there's no level until you get there again.
Here's 187 on Tesla printed.
Really disappointing PLTR. NVIDIA was a very nice trade.
Yeah, I did.
Similar trade would have been definitely TQQ.
Yeah, I didn't think PLTR, it doesn't trade all that cleanly. I've stayed away from it. SPY is sort of pushing through R3 on the camera pivots. Just trying to move through there.
All right, so let's see. I sold half of my TNA position, so we booked that one.
Nice. Nice. I've sold some of my MIDU.
Although TNA looks like it wants to go higher. SPY 0.5%, Qs 0.5%, Uber turned out to be super choppy, so not tradable. GME bouncing back, MU is coming back up. AMD is still strong. I think AMD 155 is possible for 2.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna take it, but it's very possible. Nice. Yeah, AMD definitely 155. If you had a good entry, I think AMD 155 is very reasonable, depending on what your entry is. It was a good open. It was a really, really nice open. I like that.
Yeah. So it was kind of predictable the way the semis, all the semis are strong.
Yeah, TQQ is running up too. So QQQ is running up.
All right, I'm just going to sell another contract here on NVIDIA 32.50.
Wow, AMD is 908. Damn it. See, are you kidding me? Serious FOMO going on, guys. Serious FOMO. Awesome. I had a pretty good day, guys. I'm $17,000, which 4,500 of that comes from TNA, which I was holding it overnight. And I have no other position, so just holding it, see what's going to do. AMD could be a better trade, but again, I just scalped it with big size, and I really didn't hold it for the pullback. It's one of the issues with the taking size is you have difficulty holding it through the pullbacks, just because PNL getting bigger and bigger. So we'll see. We'll see what market is doing now. But I had a good scalp on both AMD and Tesla. It could have been way, way nicer. Nice. Salim, what did you trade? Nice long on Tesla. Excellent trading.
Yeah, some really good ORBs this morning.
Nice. Yeah, it was really, really nice 5-minute range breakups today.
AMD is pushing up now.
Harris shorted Apple right at the open. Very nice. Harris trades against Warren Buffett, huh? Wow, we get this huge rip on NVDA. Why am I not in NVDA? I can't believe that I didn't trade NVDA today. It's just unacceptable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, super nice. I don't think I'm gonna actually open any new position now because I think everything is extended. Again, the biggest regret of my life is AMD and Tesla, but that's okay. I'm glad that people in the chat got a really good trade on it. That's very nice. That is excellent. And guys, thank you so much for signing up to our YouTube channel. I think we're almost close to 100,000, which I think it's very nice. NVIDIA is still ripping, man. What is happening with this market? Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just selling. I'm going to sell my last call here at 35.05 on NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Wow. What a move from 20. I got in at $29 on those. Easy peasy. That's easy. Just buy low and sell high. That's how you do it.
Buy low, sell high. Trading is easy. I don't know why people are making it complex. You just buy low, you sell high. I don't know. Why are you taking it so? Yeah, AMD, I told you, is going to go to 155.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, NVDA. This breakout in NVDA.
Crazy.
NVDA is super strong. Time high, baby, again.
Yeah.
Wow, what a time to be traded. Really, really, really very, very important to be a trader, guys. I sent a newsletter before in the past that, the early retirement for people is really gone. Not the government cannot afford the early retirements, and people cannot afford the early retirements. And essentially the retirement is going to be like a hybrid model. People need to work well into their 70s. And, trading as part-time is something that's amazing for retirement. Like what Brian is doing is essentially trading while he's retired. But you need to know how to trade. And for those of you who are actually joining this educations here or somewhere else, is actually really good on track to help you for your retirement. This market is unbelievable. And as we go higher and higher, this volatility goes higher because the liquidity goes higher and higher. Every month, billions of dollars of these 401k contributions, where does it go? It goes into the market. So, it just keeps going higher and the game must go on. And but you need to know how to trade. Oh, that's exactly. Where are these two legends? Where are these legends? But it's very important to know exactly how to trade. It takes some time. A lot of people are messaging me and say, "Hey, Andrew, I have only $1,000. I want to join the boot camp. Can I do that?" I said, "Well, you can, but if you have only $1,000, you don't get anywhere. You just have to learn trading for now. By the time that you have some money saved up in the next few years, then you start trading. Just practice the skill. Especially, I think it's pretty good for the people who just don't trade with us. Trading a simulator for 1 year. It's like a skill, like learning a new language, like you're learning Spanish 1 year. You don't know when it actually to become useful for you, but it's a skill that is slowly gaining an expertise in there.
Things might be looking a little
Mushroom
toppy.
talking.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second. I'm going to add some mushroom and coffee.
It's like you can put your butter in your coffee. Mm-hmm. Interesting reaction to Apple earnings on Friday. Really opened at pretty close to high of day and then sold off all day. See, the Chinese stocks have all gone from green to red. Natural gas is up. Everybody's talking about how natural gas is going to be a good long-term play because all these data centers that run AI, the AI programs are all going to be consuming huge amounts of power. What was it? What's the company? Is it Google or Amazon building a nuclear, running their systems off a nuclear reactor or something? Geez, it looks like NVIDIA is going to go to 920.
Sorry, guys. Dude, look at the market, man. It just keeps moving higher and higher.
I don't know. Do you want to step in front of that train? I don't know. Look at Tesla. Tesla's at going up to R5 now.
AMD 155.
Yep. Qs are breaking out here. SPY is still hanging around R3. Hasn't moved up yet.
Wow. Jared, excellent trading, guys. Excellent trading on AMD. Jared trades. You should listen to Jared more in my life. GME went green too. Wow. Amazing, guys. So
yeah, what a day. What an amazing day. Just trade the semis.
semis on there. I mean, SOXL also keep hitting a scanner. What about Bitcoin doing? 64. Did it dip to 57 or bounce back?
Yeah, it really dipped last week. It went down to 56,000, I think.
And then bounce back, yeah.
And then bounce back. I think BlackRock and Goldman came in and bid it back up.
What is Boeing doing? 180, huh?
Boeing 180, 181.
Nobody likes Boeing for now.
I don't know. I think actually Boeing's a good long here, or at least maybe a good options trade. I already shorted Jared. I think Jared's still short the 160 puts. Mine expired last Friday. I'm looking for another options trade, a similar one, maybe selling the 170s.
Excellent. So we are having a good time looking at the semis.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, a lot of whistleblowers are sort of getting taken out. It's kind of a weird situation. There's got to be a conspiracy theory in there somewhere.
AMD, I wouldn't be surprised if AMD is going to go today to 157.60.
There's some asks at 156 right now.
Yeah. NVDA is also still super strong.
And kind of running out of steam here, but it's not surprising. We're half hour into the trading day.
Microsoft doing nothing, huh? Yeah, Microsoft is disgusting.
Yeah, there's a few of them that aren't doing very well, like Amazon's actually red on the day. Apple's red on the day. Amazon's been testing this Friday low. Keeps kind of holding around that area. Alphabet's at low of day right now. And it's red on the day too. So not all the Magnificent Seven are performing here, shall we say?
Yeah, it's mostly the semis are really super hot in Tesla.
Yeah.
What was the PLTR situation? Was it the PLTR was earning or
PLTR earnings? Yeah. Thanks, guys. See, look at that power
upgrade
of
on upgrade. Yeah, it was PLTR was upgrade.
Was it? All right. Well, we seem to
is bad. Oh, Novo hitting the Ozempic is hitting. Let's see what Novo is doing. No, that's not Ozempic. Old Novo. Wow, this one is super crazy. Novo. Oh, this is a recent IPO. This one is up 142%. Yeah, these IPOs and penny stocks are super difficult to trade, but this one, it looks... Ooh, SPY broke the highs again. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Pushed up.
To 20, back to... We are back, baby. We are so back. Trading terminal scanner shouldn't be down. It was working this morning. Hope it's not down. Oh, there's a pigeon coming to my... Check it.
He probably came from the office. He's wondering where you are, where you've been lately.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it seems that the scanner has some issues in the train terminal.
It does seem, I'm just looking at it now, it does seem to be missing some data.
Yeah, so what we do in the train terminal is in a scanner, we're changing the servers on the train terminal scanners. We're bringing it on AWS, so it might be that. Although it shouldn't have been, but I do apologize for that. If there is, it's for now. It was working this morning, so.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was fine. I gave all the gappers up and down.
Or guys, those of you who are on YouTube, guys, thank you so much for staying here. And you guys, you can also come and join the chat room if you want for free. There's a link that we tagged over there, so
yeah,
come inside the community, see how we're doing as well over there.
Yeah, come and join us, and yeah, just be aware that when you're watching on YouTube, there is a delay.
Oh yeah, there's a 15 seconds delay, so very important. So Tesla's coming back below the VWAP. I like that. Tesla 920. Let's see. Oh, I already broke the 920, so Tesla is dropping.
Yeah, Tesla lost the 20 moving average and the VWAP. MU, what a crap.
Yeah, probably a recap. I didn't have a really super amazing day. Like I did make money, but again, money doesn't mean anything. Yeah, trading wise, I mean, I hope that I was getting this breakout on AMD and Tesla, but I didn't. So I still profitable. I still have $19,000, including that TNA swing. But I wish that I had a better. I have a better breakout, but I will do the recap. I want to do less recap, more educational material. It's not about the quantity of the videos that you're publishing. It's all just about the quality that you're adding. Do you hear the pigeons? There are pigeons in my balcony. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. See, everywhere these pigeons are. The universe is seeing these pigeons.
Flying rats. Tell you they're going to call you the pigeon whisperer.
I don't know. Anywhere that I go is pigeons are. It's also that shows that we are waking up early in the morning. I like that. Never miss a sunrise. Never miss a sunset. This is my father advice to me. He was never really successful. He was broke in his life, but that was his advice to me.
But he never did.
He never missed the sunrise, never missed the sunset, and he was always broke. So
perfect. Gotta love that. Well, he could have been. Was he happy though? That's the important thing.
Paris traded PLTR.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm short.
PLTR broke to 25, huh?
I'm short NVIDIA. Or I'm short Tesla, sorry. Just going to see if we get 185.
I might actually take long Tesla at around 184.80. If it comes down
Here we go.
Here we go.
Just covering some here. I'm looking for this break of 185.
Probably going to go that, but I might actually take it to the long. Oh, there's a huge beat on 185. It's going to probably break out. But these two levels and this moving average might be a good place to take a reversal on it. I'll consider that.
Yeah, yesterday's high or Friday's high is right around. It'll bounce there for sure.
So this area. So it's also on a 5-minute. You have this moving average. The strongest stocks tend to do a quick bounce from these strong levels. That's why I looked at it. Nice. Jared did a really nice trade on AMD. IWM wants, what's the IWM situation here? Okay, so we broke out. IWM, I think TNA wants 40, huh? Not today, but I think it's possible.
I'm just looking for this break of 185 now. So I'm not sure if it's going to do it. Might have to pop up a bit first. Let's see. Yeah, I knew it. It's going to pop it up a bit. Mm-hmm.
The Tesla. Brian, what are you doing?
I'm still short. I'm still short half my position on Tesla and looking for this break here. Come on, break. Here we go. Oh, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Just covered some. I'm down to quarter size. I think it's probably going to bounce.
Snow is crazy, huh? Snow is. What's the float on Novo? Does anyone know that? NUVO. This one is a lower price stock. Is a little bit tricky to trade, but it's very interesting.
NUVO. Yeah, it's kind of breaking out here.
AMD is doing a 920. AMD almost did a 920.
NUVO shares outstanding 33 million, but it's only got roughly a 10 million share float.
10 million float, huh? Yeah, so that's pretty dangerous.
Kind of a low float. It is kind of a low float.
So SPY is going up. What's the leading? Energy is leading. So technology is going up. That's why SPY is making new all-time high earlier than Qs, because now energy and industrial are leading. So, the internal market analysis sometimes can be interesting to see, guys. So as you see here, energy and industrial are leading the way. Technology is up too, but technology is really not the leading. Energy and industrial. That's why XLE and Exxon are hitting the scanner all the time. So money is moving toward energy and material right now. That's why SPY is making all-time high, but Qs are not. So,
right, just covered the rest of Tesla. One at 184.90.
Very nice.
All right.
Very, very nice.
Nice little scalp there.
Really, really nice guy. I love that.
Tesla might actually, let's see. Well, I think it's gonna bounce here because of the yesterday's high.
These two levels are interesting. If you get to 184.60 R4, I might actually take it long.
Tesla loves this. Tesla loves these levels. They trade off these levels really pretty cleanly. And this is the area it kind of broke out from, so this may be an area of support.
Yeah, let's see. 184.60, I might actually take a long on it. Let's see, 184.60 if you get there. I love you, Tesla. Paris is going to come after I leave. I love you, Tesla.
I think he's probably going to say he loves Apple today. He's pretty fickle when he comes to his girlfriends.
All right, so Tesla is coming down. I'm going to take a position here at 184.50. Stop loss, we put 184.80. Let's see if we can get a quick bounce on it to back to 185.
It's interesting. Qs and SPY are starting to sell off a little bit here.
Oh, no. Oh, I love you, Tesla, but you were not supposed to do this.
There's a big order at 183 now and 184.
Oh, that's not good. Let's get
a smaller order at 184. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't bounce there. Anyway, stocks don't always behave the way you expect them to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's $1 million question. If they bounce where you are hoping to. All right, so this is my chance to get out of it. It's kind of a bad trade. Let's see what it's doing now. The market is also not super strong. Kind of getting out of my position here. I don't like to take a big size on it. I take 2,000 shares, hold 2,000 shares. Let's see if we can pop to 185. If not, I'm going to get out of it at the break even. My average is 184.60 now. Yeah, I'm getting out of it. It was not a great trade, so I think it still has the potential to bounce, but I don't know. I don't have a proper look on it.
Yeah, you're trying to catch a knife, which because it's definitely rolled over and gone into a downtrend here.
Yeah. Oh,
but it might be. Yeah, there's your bounce there.
Yeah, I got out of it, but yeah, it might be go. It might be the bounce.
Oh.
It's gonna test 185. Market is slowly rolling over. IWM had a nice rally. US dollar is a little bit weak today.
Yeah, US dollar would be weak because yields have come off a lot more. All the yields across the board are down today. So TLT is up, or TLT is flat right now. I guess yields have come back up a bit.
Yeah, TLT is trading at around 90. AMD broke the high.
90, yeah.
Damn.
That's funny because yields were all down this morning. The 10-year, the 2-year.
Oh no! Look at this AMD. I am the most idiot trader in the world. Look at that.
Yeah, Tesla or NVIDIA did a nice little 920 there. Held the 20 moving average, popped back up. You get a bit of a bounce on the Qs and the SPY off the VWAP.
Right, so what's Tesla doing? Yeah, I'm out of Tesla. Tesla might do a double bottom here and bounce back, but I don't want to risk it. Again, I had a pretty good day. Even though the breakouts really didn't do exactly what I was hoping, but really that AMD is a trade. It's going to go to 156 as yeah, and I think AMD has this moving average on daily chart at 157.67 area ish. Might go up. Looks like the market is super strong today.
Yeah, I think at least yields flattening or at least coming off the high and staying down, because the 2-year was up around 5% at one point. Now it's well back again, so below that.
Novo is crazy. So tempted to go YOLO on Novo.
NUVO. Oh yeah, it's over 7 now, eh?
$2 in there.
Scary.
Either we lose it, we make it back in a year, or we're just gonna end up in the private jet and everything. What do you think, Brian?
Go all in.
All in 2 million. No, not all in. 2 million. My account is now 7 and 2 million.
Perfect.
I'm gonna make it back in a year. But if it goes up to 8, blow up to 8, 9, I might become like a private jet guy kind of guy. Like in the Vancouver meetup, there was a trader who came in and said, "Hey Andrew, I have a private jet. I can help you buy a new one." I said, "Dude, I'm not that rich. You want to help me buy a private jet?" He said, "Oh no, it's it's $10 million. You can get it." I said, "Well, dude, I'm not there yet. You really think I have $10 million?" Yeah, there goes shit. It's gonna go to 8. But no, I'm just kidding, guys. These are a recipe for disaster. It's all joke, guys. It's all joke. This kind of, if you want to trade these ones, go with like 1,000 share for fun and get some adrenaline from that. But these are really not investable or tradable. that much. It's a lot of pump and dump in there.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's the old it's greater fool thing, trading. It's like if you're buying it here, you're hoping someone's going to buy from you that's higher.
But yeah, we have many members of private jets. In Florida, I had a member who came with private jets. And the communities are solid. Like people are coming with jets and planes to our meetups. That's who we are. Yeah. Tesla did bounce back, so didn't double bottoms. But again, I don't have a really solid trade book on these bounce backs. TQQ, Tesla. What's NVDA doing? NVDA is also super nice trade today. Yeah, today was, look at the beautiful 920 trade on NVDA, guys. We go to 2-minute moving average, exactly between 10, 20 popped up. That was a very nice 920 trade. This is one of my favorite strategies. It's all Brian's work. So you go long in the 20 moving average on 2-minute chart. And popped up, you start partialing toward half the day, and the 9 moving average is really, really nice.
Yeah, it works. It tends to work well. See, Tesla's holding that, Friday high. Still think it's going to bounce.
I can't believe I traded AMD like a piece of garbage.
Look at it.
Wow, very nice trade on PLTR. Pierre did. Pierre just sent me his trades on PLTR. Excellent trading. So guys, again, Phil, I think we have Phil in the chat room as well. Phil did a webinar on options day trading. He turned a $500 $5,000 by options trading, and he posted everything on his Twitter, and I really loved it. So I said, Phil, can you join us for helping us, because options are now getting super popular. And he said yes. So he's joining us. He's going to develop some webinar for us and some course material, and maybe put a mentorship session. So the idea here is you get exposure to some of the experienced successful traders. They're not necessarily the best traders, but the idea is you get actually exposure to these guys and start learning from them, develop your trade book, work with them. They're all like Lenny put new mentorship sessions, and you don't have to go to all of them. You just have to see who do you like most and who do you like to invest your time in there, and then try to learn from those guys. Not everybody can trade like me, and not everybody can trade like Brian. Not everybody can trade like Paris. So, but you have to look at who you want to be trading like that and learn from that person. So it's also very important to focus your energy. You don't want to just jump around. Somebody in the YouTube just asked me, Andrew, I've been trading 3 years and I am not consistent. If I have a chat with that guy, the first thing that I realize, I'm sure 100%, 95% sure that he's going to jump around with different style of trading. Penny stocks, and then, big options, large cap, mid cap. You have to focus on one area. Based on my experience of the last 10 years, staying away from these penny stocks, like this Novo and stuff, is really good for long term because they're not consistent. It's very difficult to manage risk on that. That's why I'm now focused more on the large caps, indexes, NVDA, AMD, PLTR, that type of thing, because they don't move as much. You never see 282% in a day, but you can get it every single day consistently, some sort of a 1%, a 2% move on that. And that's what you want as a trader for a living, is small but consistent volatility. And only mid cap and large caps are giving you that. There's nothing wrong with them, but again, it's just, I think the only people who really make money from these penny stocks are chat room owners and the people who have a large following, because intentionally or unintentionally, they have the advantage of front running the people. Those are the only people that can be really profitable on that. But these ones, like again, Novo, like from $7 to $8, this is a huge volatility. You can't just really put your life savings in there. Same as crypto. I like the crypto, but it's the volatility is not always 100% at a certain time. And I don't know. I mean, also I'm really freaked out putting my money on these exchanges when they blow up and stuff. So I rather to have my money somewhere in the more regulated with insurance and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Regan. So this NYSE 24 hours, I was actually thinking about it. I don't think the 24-hour trading NYSE gives us that huge volatility 24 hours. I think it's still the majority of the volatility would be at a certain time because, again, the institutional traders need to go through the process of, pre-market briefing, decisions, and that type of thing. And, I think there would be some volatility like pre-market, post-market, but I think the majority of the volume stays within certain hours. But I don't know. I hope that they don't do it.
Yeah, I hope they don't do it too. I think I think it'll take volatility out of the market because you tend to get some really good volatility in the first half hour, and if there's no start or finish, there's no starting line. It's it's going to be it's going to be more trading on news when news comes out.
Yeah, I think again, the exchanges are also the public company, and they want more money. So the exchange in New York Stock Exchange is a public company. I think it's ICE is the ticker, huh? So they want more money, and Intercontinental Exchange, ICE, Intercontinental Exchange. So they want more money. So they do everything. They sell their soul to more profit. But I hope that they don't do that because again, the volatility is really in the certain time. I don't know when they're making a decision, honestly, but we'll see. Well, let's see. Maybe not. Maybe really does prefer because Robinhood has 24 hours trading. How did they do that? Robinhood does 24 hours trading?
Well, they only do 24-hour trading on exchanges that are open then, right? Like Bitcoin.
No, they can do 24 hours trading on NYSE and Nasdaq too.
Do they do it with those? What do they call them? Not CDRs. I can't now. I've lost my futures. Maybe. Yeah, CFDs. Thank you. They do them with CFDs.
We'll adapt. We'll see how it goes. We'll adapt.
If you're looking at if you're trading as a business, you got to be prepared to pivot if things change. So all these people that are on TikTok, they're making money on TikTok. I mean, they're all whining and complaining, and they make but it's really, if that's their business, then they have to be prepared to change. The conditions change for business people all the time. You have to pivot, and it's not that I don't see it being. I mean, obviously, you don't want to do that, but life is like that. Things change.
Yeah, we'll adapt exactly. As a business, it's a business. There's regulation change all the time, but we'll see. We don't know. Actually. First of all, they do it. We don't know if it actually increases the volatility, and maybe they do it. It's like pre-market and post-market trading. Like right now, institutional can trade all the way to the 8 p.m. in this Eastern time. It's 8 p.m. Yeah, I think until 8 p.m. they can trade, but they don't. They don't want to. So if they make it 24 hours, doesn't necessarily might change it, but we'll see. Because one thing is important too is big orders need big liquidity. So like, for example, Warren Buffett wants to sell the position, so they need to have that liquidity at certain time of the day. It may not really impact that much our work, or maybe makes it better. Let's make a decision when that happens. If not, we can all go back to do something. I have to go. I don't know. I have to go to do Uber or something, because I don't think I'm going to go back to corporate life, writing 9 to 5, read 5. I'm not going to do that. I either homeless and these days things, or I'll do something that is at my control, like Uber or I don't know, delivery or something. There's no way that I go and have a boss. Nope.
Like you're not.
There's no way.
Well, you've got your degree. You've got your doctorate degree.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything of that. Anything. Anything. If someone hired an engineer, they're wasting their money. I don't remember anything. The only thing I remember is charts and VWAP and everything. Like, I build a bridge based on the volume weighted average price.
Built your career on that. We can start a company to save the world, collect CO2.
No, I think I'm gonna go. If the trading really stops, I'm gonna get whatever that is left. And go to South America somewhere, buy a chalet, and live until I die there. I had a good run. I think I had a good run.
Yeah, if you really need a job, I can get you in at Dudes. You can be a barista.
Yeah. So no, we don't have the 401k. In Canada, we have something called the RRSP, which is very similar to 401k. Yeah, and I actually never really contributed to that. If I do, I get a lot of taxes back because I have a limit of over $160,000 to deposit in there, but I just never did that. I'm paying tax like a proud Canadian.
You can TFSA, and we have a TFSA too, which is really good, which is better than the RSP.
Yeah, they have it in US too. It's called IRA. Is it IRA, Roth IRA, like that?
Yeah, you can put money into an account, and it says, if the money grows, it's not taxed, but you can only add a certain amount each year.
Yeah, but the problem is that short selling and margin is not allowed in a registered account, because they're essentially, they're trading your business. They're not investing. Those accounts are designed for trading. I think there's still some brokers that they kind of bypass that, and that they don't enforce it, but technically it's not.
But you can buy ETFs that short things too, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically going long.
Yeah, so the Wall Street outsmart these guys. Yeah, exactly. You want to short NVDA, go TSLS.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good point. Yeah.
Look at Meta's kind of coming back up. AMD's back at high of day.
Nice, guys. Thanks for 300 likes on YouTube. Give us another 5 to make it 300. That would be nice. So it means that you're still listening, and these are not bots.
Yeah.
NVIDIA is going to go for the breakup high of the day. Looks like it.
Yeah, same with AMD. Qs are back up at close to high of day at R3. And look, and SPY is looking like it's going to break high of day here. The apes are back in control.
TNA is back up.
Yeah. What's not to love?
Nice.
Ripping.
Is ARM back? ARM was that semiconductor thing, huh?
Yeah, ARM reports on Wednesday or Thursday. Can't remember which. Might be Thursday. Airbnb reports Thursday. So we got some interesting earnings coming up this week.
Excellent, guys. Really, really nice. Actually, very, very happy with trading today, even though I didn't really catch great trades like Brian did. But
I think you got good trades off today.
As long as Brian is making money, I'm making money. Let's see, Paris did an Apple trade. Wow, what a short. Paris, what is that 184.04 level that you have? It's a really nice short. Very nice. Wow. Very nice. Like shorting a strong stock market, it's not easy. I mean, it takes really a trust in your system. Okay, SPY broke the high of the day.
Yeah, SPY's breaking out.
Excellent trading. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm okay with that. Again, I'm at staying at $21,000 with the TNA, which was a swing. So sitting in there. So I really don't need to be aggressive on any other trading, even though my trades were not super amazing, but it was a good one. Plus the SPY is going up. That's good.
Yeah, Qs. Well, there you go. NVIDIA back to high of day. Tesla bounced back.
Brian and I had an amazing, amazing day in the chat room. Really nice. Mm-hmm. Brian, you're on camera. Say something.
No, everything's good.
Nice. Everything is good for Brian.
Everything is good. The world is good today for us. Oh wow! Look at Uber. Uber's breaking out, and not in it, unfortunately. But and look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's right back at high of day. Wow.
Right. So yeah, NVIDIA is going to break 916, 917. It's pretty good. Wow. Yeah. Phil, what did you trade? Nice. Phil traded AMD calls. This is excellent. Very nice call. That's a very nice trading. That's what we want.
Glad to be of help.
No, not you, Phil.
Always glad to be of help.
Nice, Paris. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah. SPXL is hitting nice. 515 on a SPY. Market is reaping.
Yeah. So I'm short some 513 puts right now on the SPY. So just hope those will expire end of day as long as we keep going up.
All right, guys. So I'm going to do the recap, and I'm going to hand it over to the folks. But remember, guys, we have we start Peak Capital Bootcamp today. I'll see you in the session tonight for the starting this bootcamp. If anyone wants to join last minute, this is the time. And if not, I'll see you guys in the chat room. Let me just do the recap quickly. For doing the recap. So YouTube guys, thank you so much for staying, guys. Really appreciate that. And we appreciate if you subscribe to our channel. 1,000 more subscribers left. So you get the plug. Really appreciate the support. And we'll see. I think market volatility is going to be amazing. And then, as we go, the show must go on, guys. All right, thanks YouTube. We appreciate that. I'm gonna do the recap, and with Brian, since I have the Brian. So okay, I have to close the recording.